Sophie squash go to school. This is Sophie and this is her squash. It's like potatoes. On the first day of school, Sophie peeked into her classroom. She looked into her classroom. Kids were everywhere, talking, laughing, bouncing. "You make lots of friends," said her mother. Sophie clutched her backpack. "I won't," she said. "You have tons of fun," said her father. So mother and father say, "Don't worry, Sophie, you have lots of fun." But Sophie said, "No, I won't have fun." But Sophie didn't, so she didn't have fun. The chairs were uncomfortable, the milk tasted funny, and no one appreciated her two best friends, Bonnie and Baxter. So this are Sophie's best friend, Bonnie and Baxter. "Are those toys?" asked Liam. "Do they bounce?" asked Roshni. "Can we eat them?" asked Noreen. So all the friends want to play with Bonnie and Baxter too. "No," said Sophie. No. I grew them in my garden. They are my friends." So only Bonnie and Baxter are Sophie's friends. And then there was Stephen Green. So this is Stephen Green. He sat by Sophie at circle time, played near Sophie during recess, and watched while Sophie painted. "Stop breathing on me," Sophie said. So Sophie said, "Stop coming so close to me." "Stephen's just trying to be nice," said Miss Park. But Sophie wasn't interested. So the next time Stephen appeared, Sophie bounced Bonnie and Baxter on her knees and said, "I've already have friends." So Sophie said, "Go away, I already have friends. Bonnie and Baxter are my friends. I don't need you as my friend." "Me too," Stephen said. He pulled a stuffed frog, this is stuffed frog, from behind his back. "I've got Marvin when he was a tadpole." So this is Stephen Green and he has a frog as his friend. Sophie nodded. "Then you don't need me." So Sophie said, "Fine, you got the frog, then you don't need me." Well, she thought, that's that. But the next day, while she was building a tower, Stephen worked on a puzzle nearby. The day after that, he peered over Sophie's shoulder when she looked at books. He even chimed in with little-known facts when it was Sophie's turn to show and share. Show and share is like show and tell. So Stephen Green keeps following Sophie around, okay? Sophie's parents were no help at all. "Stephen sounds adorable," said her mother. "And it's good to have friends." So the mother said, Stephen seems to be very nice and it's good to have friends like Stephen. "Especially human ones," added her father. So her father said, "You should have human friends and not squash potato as your friends." Sophie hugged Bonnie and Baxter tightly. "I have all the friends I need." So Sophie said, "I only want friends like Bonnie and Baxter." Still, Sophie knew Bonnie and Baxter wouldn't last forever. So Sophie knew that Bonnie and Baxter will one day die, okay? They cannot last forever because they're just potatoes, right? So when Liam showed everyone how to do his loose tooth dance, Sophie considered joining in. When Roshni spilled her milk, Sophie almost shared her napkin. And when Noreen told her favorite banana joke, Sophie laughed, but only inside her head. So Sophie wants to join in also, but she can't decide whether she really wants to join in or she wants to be only with Bonnie and Baxter. But during recess, Liam, Roshni, and Noreen jumped rope while Sophie played hopscotch with Bonnie and Baxter. So Sophie's still playing only with Bonnie and Baxter. She's playing hopscotch while the rest were jumping rope. "Can we play too?" asked Stephen Green. "Marvin's good at hopping." "Sorry," said Sophie. "Frogs make Baxter sneeze." So Stephen sat alone. So Sophie don't want Stephen and Marvin to join in with her. That weekend, Bonnie and Baxter looked too tired to hop or build towels. "It's time," said Sophie's mother. Sophie made a garden bed and tucked her squash in for their winter nap. "Sleep tight," she said. "See you soon." but spring seemed very far away. So now Bonnie and Baxter, they're rotting already because they're potatoes. They're actually vegetables, potatoes. So they're rotting. And so it's time for Sophie to actually bury Bonnie and Baxter into the ground, okay? So that they can rest, okay? Yeah. So Sophie has to say goodbye to Bonnie and Baxter. On Monday, Sophie drew squash babies until Miss Park asked an interesting question. So Sophie's drawing her squash babies. And then Miss Park asked an interesting question. What question is it? What makes a good friend? Then Liam said, they play with you. They help you, suggested Roshni. They think you're funny, asked Noreen. They like what you like, said Stephen Green. Great answer, said Miss Park. Let's draw pictures of our friends. So Miss Park told all the children to draw pictures of their friends. Okay. So Sophie drew Bonnie and Baxter. She was sprinkling matching glitter when Stephen Green appeared. Can I see? No, Sophie said. It's private. Private, that means no one can see. Only I can see. Please, Stephen, tuck the picture. So tuck, that means pull the picture. Sophie tucked back. Then they tug at the same time and rip. Oh dear, the picture tore. Sophie tried not to cry. You are not my friend, she said. Oh dear, Sophie's very angry. For the rest of the day, Sophie didn't talk to Stephen Green. She didn't talk to anyone until she saw her mother after school. Sweet potato, said Sophie's mother. That adorable boy didn't mean to tear your picture. So mother said, Stephen Green didn't mean to tear your picture. He's not a good friend, Sophie said, and neither is his frog. So Sophie said, Stephen Green is not a good friend, and Marvin the frog is also not a good friend. The next morning, Sophie found Marvin in her cubby holding an envelope. So I think Stephen Green puts his frog with an envelope in Sophie's cubby, okay? So Sophie saw it. Hop somewhere else, she said. So Sophie said, go away, hop somewhere else. And by lunchtime, he had. So lunchtime, the frog is no longer there. When Sophie's father opened her backpack that night, Marvin and his envelope were inside. Sugar plum, he said, this must be for you. So Stephen Green packed Marvin and the envelope inside Sophie's backpack. Sophie opened the envelope. She found a picture of Bonnie and Baxter and a packet of seeds. So it's a picture of Bonnie and Baxter and a packet of seeds. Do friends really like the same thing you like? She asked her father. Sometimes, he said. Oh, said Sophie. She thought for a long time. Then she took Marvin outside and sat by Bonnie and Baxter and thought some more. So she went out with Marvin the frog and she started thinking very hard. As soon as she got to school, Sophie found Stephen Green. Your frog had a great idea, she said. And she whispered in his ear. Wow, I think they're going to be friends. During recess, Sophie, Stephen, and Marvin met with Miss Park. The next day, Miss Park gave everyone a cup, some dirt, that means some soil, and one small seed. What are these? Noreen asked. You'll see, Sophie replied. Can we eat them? No, Sophie said. You never eat a friend, added Stephen. So what are they going to do? Soon the seeds were planted in dirt-filled pots. Stephen added water and Sophie set them in the sun. Nothing's happening, said Roshni. But before too long, tiny shoots appeared. These are shoots, okay? These little things. Sophie and Stephen did a new plant dance and invited everyone to join in. Oh. See, Sophie told Stephen, sometimes growing a friend just takes time. So now Stephen and Sophie are best friends.